All right, one more question. If anybody has any questions that come up, please either raise your hand or put them in the chat so I can address them. But I do have one more from Tara, and this is actually, I'm going to present this to the group if anybody wants to chime in here. So Tara said, would love to hear if anyone else has to travel for work, and if so, how do you manage staying on track with hitting your macros? I traveled all last week and it was so difficult. Hey, Tara. I have, so first of all, Kristen, you mentioned the chicken salad. So that recipe is actually in the Hunger Hacks ebook. So I just made a note. I think I did post that in the group, but what I'll do is I'll post it again, or I'll put it at the top so everybody can see it. There's a bunch of really good recipes in that. And then I do have like some travel hacks and tips like in a document that I've written in the past. So I will also post that so you can kind of get some more ideas. But it's really about, in my eyes, and anybody else can chime in here, but getting, as creative as possible, kind of thinking through like staples to have. And also with flying and stuff, like they might I've flown with so many different types of powders and they've always gotten through. It's just they might like stop you and check and like do, like Kristen said, the swab. But I've never had anything taken away from me, and I do fly with a lot of like powders and stuff that people are like, what the heck is that? So they might give you a little weird face, but it doesn't matter. Who cares? But like jerky, like all those things, all the things to kind of have on hand. But I found that the first thing that I do, like whenever I get somewhere, if I'm traveling and I'm there for like a week, always making sure there's some type of refrigerator. And even if you go to a hotel and they don't have a refrigerator, like most hotels have refrigerators, but sometimes you can ask them for a mini fridge. Like if there's not one in the hotel room, I know most Marriott's, if you like call and just ask like, hey, can you bring a mini fridge to my room? They'll have those like on hand. It's a thing, which I didn't realize. Yeah. And then just stocking up on, I would say, little Greek yogurt cups, like those are perfect. And having, like, if you bring some protein powder, you can make like an easy Greek yogurt protein powder, some berries, like just easy things that you can keep in the fridge that'll last the whole week. I know, I'll do like deli meat. I'll get a bunch of deli meat because I'm just thinking protein, right? Like protein is usually the hardest thing to come by when you're traveling. So I just always think like, okay, where can I get the most protein from, and like have that on hand. So if I'm hungry or snacky, I'll have protein. And then sometimes I'll also do just like little veggies, like I'll have in the fridge. Cause sometimes, when you're traveling, you're out of your routine. You have like, at least for me, sometimes I get like snacky and I just want to snack on things. So I'll always have like cherry tomatoes, snap peas, some like celery if you're into that. It's not the most appetizing thing without anything on it, but you can get creative with celery. You can add like those Laughing Cow cheeses. They're not the highest quality thing, but they do have a little bit of protein in there. So any of those kind of like non-starchy veggies that are things that are very, very low calorie, but you can just munch on them. So yeah, I will add those kind of travel tips hacks document in the FlexFam app.